Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, when streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name when I'm found in the desert place. Though I walk through the wilderness, blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be your name when the sun's shining down on me, when the world's all as it should be. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name on the road marked with suffering. Though there's pain in the offering, blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. You give and take away. You give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. You give and take away. Give and take away. Give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. It amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Sometimes you just take my breath away. You watch my love grow like a child, sometimes restless, sometimes wild. Sometimes you just take my breath away. To slip by, and it's too good to lose, too good to be there, just to you. I'm gonna stand on the mountaintop and sing the news that you take my breath away. that you take my breath away. That you take my breath away. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. Nobody is right all the time. Nobody can walk a straight line. Every one of us makes mistakes. Every one of us deviates. Nobody is right all the time. Nobody gets dealt the same hand. Whose life goes according to plan. No telling what the day will bring. No telling how the night will end. Nobody gets dealt the same hand. Show a little mercy up there on the high ground. Show a little mercy, you might be the next one down. Show a little mercy, join hands with the human race. You never know, someday you might need some saving grace. You might need some saving grace. So don't set yourself up for a fall. Don't think yourself high above all. Keep walking with the humble man. Keep walking till you understand. Don't set yourself up for a fall. Oh, show a little mercy up there on the high ground. Show a little mercy, you might be the next one down. Show a little mercy, join hands with the human race. You never know, someday you might need some saving grace. Show a little mercy up there on the high ground. Show a little mercy, you might be the next one down. Show a little mercy, join hands with the human. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling kind of alright, right? It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. I hope you are. And you've got us feeling alright. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets my drinks for free, absolutely free. And he's quick with a joke. He'll light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. Oh, he said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Sing us a song, you're a piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Now Paul, he's a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And he's talking to Davy, who's still in the Navy, and probably will be for life. Oh, and waitress is practicing politics as the businessmen slowly get stoned. Well, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness. It's better than drinking alone. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. It's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. The manager, she gives me a smile. She knows it's me. They've been coming to see.
You did remember which song you were doing then?
I borrowed 3 different composers to forget about, and you didn't know that, did you?
I did.
Life. Okay, name what they were. Go on. On the way.
No, but I recognise.
You don't know. What do you mean? You did.
I recognised they were different composers.
Oh, did you?
They sounded different.
They did sound different. Well, they were a bit of Mozart, a bit of Rossini, and a bit of Puccini, all wrapped up in one little bundle of joyous harmony. I have to say that my wife is listening to classical music in a way that she's never listened to.
Never done it before.
Yesterday we went. I'm going to tell you about this, but we went out to.
Can I just say something
what?
to you? Some people are having trouble hearing you with the harmonica in between you and the mic. So.
Sorry? So 147 shows.
No, it often happens. So
oh right. So now after 147 shows,
While I'm thinking
now you've
about
decided
it.
to tell me that. Well, do you know what?
it's too bad. It's staying right here.
Oh,
That's
good.
That's the thing you read today about me, wasn't it?
It was.
That now you complain, I'm definitely going to leave it on. You can't hear what I'm saying. What do you mean you can't hear what I'm saying? I'm not close to the mic, that's enough.
That's exactly.
So, that's it. How about that? So now, after all that singing, now you tell me. What is wrong with you people? Come on. Goodness gracious me, I've busted a gut here. I gave you Puccini, Mozart, and Rossini, all for nothing. I didn't even charge you for that. Here we go. Because she knows it's me. They've been coming to see, to forget about life. How was your life this week, Suzanne?
Oh, yes, it was good. It was very good.
Really? You hugging that pillow for any particular
I'm
reason?
trying to get comfortable, actually.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get comfortable.
When I first went for my counselling session, that's what she asked me.
I know, but it's not for any
sure it's
reason
not for
other than...
No. Okay.
It is simply because I'm trying to get comfortable in the chair.
What she did, when I went for my she said, I held the cushion. And she said, the first thing she said to me was, Jonathan, tell me about the cushion. I said, what do you mean, tell me about the cushion? There's nothing to tell you about the cushion, it's a cushion. A cushion is a cushion. Sometimes a cushion is just a cushion. So she said, no, tell me about the cushion. And I went, look, I'm paying you a lot of money for this, right? I need help. I don't need cushions. It's a cushion. I picked it up, it was there. She said, and she asked me 13 times about the cushion until I just started crying. I was thinking, I just really wanting it. And I'm not telling you all the stuff I told her, but because that's too much. I need you to...
And they like the hat.
They like it?
Yeah, they like the hat.
I'll leave that on.
Yes.
Somebody, a boy passed me, an 8-year-old, his mummy passed me, he said, Mummy, look, that man's a cowboy. Yes. Result. Because she knows it is me they've been coming to see, to forget about life. We've got a very big, important man waiting here, so I can't do forever. I can't keep him waiting for a while. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who are from the Isle of Wicket, or as it's falling into the sea, it's now just called the Isle of. And soon there'll be just the Isle, and then there'll be I, and then there'll be nothing of. No, at the end of while. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the pipes it smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar. They say, man, what are you doing here? La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Finished it. Here we go. Hear me singing, hear the words that I'm saying. Wash my soul with water from on high. Oh, and the world will sing around me. No evil thought can found me. Lord, if you leave me, I will die. You just hide me in my bosom till the storm of life is over, and you rock me in the cradle of thy love. Oh, well, you feed me, then you feed me. Oh, till I want no more. Then you take me to that blessed home above. Play it, Mark. Come on. Show us how clever you are. I can't play it like that. to do good wherever I can. Oh, let your pleasures thrill me, let your Holy Spirit fill me, and just hold me in the hollow of your hand. You just hide me in my bosom till the storm of life is over. Rock me in the cradle of thy love. Oh, then you feed me, yes you feed me, until I want no more. Then you take me to that blessed home above. Neil Costello guitar, play it, mate. Last time. You just hide me in my bosom till the storm of life is over. You rock me in the cradle of thy love. Oh, then you feed me, yes you feed me, till I want no more. And you hold me in the hollow of your hand. Oh yeah, come on now, come on, a bit more. Yeah, oh. And now, as we listen, turn to hymn number 352 in your hymn books, in the Anglican hymn book. Let's stand to sing Rock Me. The old Hammond from Mark there. We recorded that. When was that, Sue?
Was that
2010?
2010?
Or
Something like that.
28, wasn't it?
Was it?
Or was it
No,
before?
it's all a blur.
It was on the album Pilgrim.
Oh, 2008. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
2008.
And we recorded all these beautiful songs on there. So we just thought we'd feature a few tonight for you. And this one, I'm going to do a little song right at the beginning. Have I Told You Lately? Here we go.
Can I just introduce it whilst Rachel's finding it for you?
Yes.
This is for the lovely Derek and Kath. They have their 60th anniversary.
60th, well done,
60
guys.
years.
Well done.
These two lovely people. So congratulations, Derek and Kath. I know it's not until something like the 18th of May, but actually you're going to be away. So this is for you now.
For you, and also, Sue, it's for you, because I recorded it for you. Didn't remember.
Did you? You
Yeah.
did.
Let's
How
hear
lovely.
it. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. For the morning sun in all its glory Reach the day with hope and comfort too. You fill my life with laughter. You can make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours, it's mine. Oh, like the sun at the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one, to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? You fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Oh, there's a love that's divine. It's yours, it's mine. It shines. Oh, it shines. Like the sun at the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one. Oh, have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? You fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Oh, take away my sadness, fill my life with gladness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Oh, fill my life with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Oh, yeah, you fill my life with gladness, and you take away my sadness. But I did it, yeah. Fill my life with gladness, take away my sadness, that's what you
Wow, that went down very well.
do. Did they like that
Yeah,
one?
they enjoyed that very much.
And
very
it's
much.
by the man himself, Van the Man.
Van the Man.
And it's a great song. And I'm going to just welcome into the room now our special guest for tonight, a great friend, a comrade in arms, a man who is the original miserable old moany person like me, Victor Meldrew, times 50. Here we are. When we're together, it's absolute mayhem, but we get things done.
The only thing we don't do is poke people with sticks.
We don't, but we can
don't
do
give
that
him
next time I
ideas,
come.
Adrian.
Okay.
Don't give him ideas.
Oh, the Isle of Wight. How is it?
It's good, thank you. As you say, we're moving nearer to France. Pushing the earth in the sea.
It is all that.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh. It just kind
We
of.
didn't go for Brexit.
No, you don't need to.
We're pushing the island nearer.
But it reminds me of that old joke. They said, they talked about the Isle of Wight. It was the classroom, and the teacher said to the boy, "Well," he said, "the Isle of Wight, of course, won't be here in 15 million years." The 50 million years, and the guy said, he said, "What? 50? He said, "Sir, did you just say 50 million?" He said, "No, I said 50 million." He said, "Thank goodness, I thought you said 15." So actually, we won't be here to see it, mate. When there's nothing left but black gang chine and.
Good for the paleontologists.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
It's very good. It's very nice.
Dinosaur Isle and all that.
Well, we welcome you here once again to JB Live in the Steinway Room, just singing a few songs, and you're here specifically tonight to talk about YGAF. You've got a friend. Trust those of you who don't know what that is, and you're going to explain a lot of that. And there could be. Let me have a quick drink. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about lots of other things as well.
Do you want me to fill the gaps in while you have a drink?
Yeah, while I'm having a drink, yeah. What are you going to talk about?
Well, the next song I'm going to play.
Actually, that's true. What's the next song we're going to have?
I don't know.
Because you've got about 1,000 from the Isle of Wight. We welcome Martin, Angus. Who else do we have? Have we got Nicola is on?
Oh, I've got a list here.
Go on then.
Go on then.
Joel, Frankie and Ezzy.
Joel, yes.
Yeah, Joel, Frankie and Ezzy. And Lee, who's up in Liverpool at the moment.
Excellent.
She's up there. John and Ann Walker, who are new to us.
But I've met
that's
them.
what I told you about.
Yeah.
You met them, and they've moved from one church to another. They're coming along to ours. So this is a form of bribery tonight.
Are they on, Sue?
What do they want?
They actually want a Christmas one, Thorns in the Straw. Well, it's not really a Christmas. It's a story.
It's an old story, yeah.
They wanted King and Kings, but I told them you sang that last week.
Yeah, can't keep
They're
doing
a lovely
the same
couple.
ones. But no, they are. They're a lovely people.
And I bribed her to do the Bible reading at Cafe Church next Sunday as well.
So we better do what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Who else? Martin Nordell.
Martin said he's watching. And
Angus.
Yeah.
Angus is on, yes.
Angus.
He's chatting away.
Hello, Angus. How you doing,
Yeah,
mate?
he wanted to know if you were nervous, Adrian. I said, no, you're a cool dude.
He's a cool dude. He's fine. He just sits there and talks.
So I'm sitting on this very hard chair. So
Yes, exactly.
they keep you on your toes.
We'll have a break after about an hour. You'll be fine.
We're both on
you.
comfy chairs.
You're an
and
old man.
on a
You can
stool.
whip to the loo, and I'll be right after you.
I'm hoping Carol and Robert in Llanelli are listening as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
We love the Welsh connection.
You do.
Oh, I love Llanelli, as a matter of fact. I went to see the rugby there, you see, because I have a friend who used to go with me everywhere on tour. He used to set up for me, you see. And it's Stephen Powell, and good old Pentecostal he was. A church of, he was a lovely boy. He's still around, and but he won't be listening tonight. Anyway, Llanelli.
Oh, and Nicola, my wife,
Nicola.
of course.
You had the.
Well, she's got the choice of a programme at 9:00 on the other side, of course. You know.
Sorry?
Yeah, I know. Or this.
What is the other programme?
Oh gosh, I've gone and forgotten now.
Don't tell me. Is
No,
it
don't
a
tell him.
thriller?
Don't tell
Race
him.
Around the World or something
Oh,
like
Race
that.
Around. You can watch that tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh no, it's it's the piano.
The piano.
The piano. Yeah.
What, you mean the film?
No. It's they set up a piano and a music in a
yes.
railway
That's
station.
Yes, okay.
Well, don't
Yeah.
tell everyone.
No,
'cause everyone else
they'll
is
go
switching
off
at
now. They'll
9
go,
o'clock.
right, we'll
It's
go
a
off
rubbish
and watch that.
programme. It's not worth watching.
No, it's not. Definitely not. Well, anyway, we welcome you, and you're here for the duration, and we've got about an hour and a half to fiddle around, chat, sing some songs, chat about stuff, your life, what you're doing, what Nicola's doing. I wanted Nicola to come in and talk about what she's doing now as an ordained.
Well, she will come in. Today was the licensing of our new vicar.
Yeah.
Exciting times, and so she was part of that.
Yes, of course.
As part of the
She couldn't
process.
possibly.
And she's also doing something tomorrow, so she'd need to get back earlier.
Nicola's just written in. She said, "I wouldn't dare watch the piano."
You're quite right.
Good girl. Good
Jolly
girl.
well. You watch
The
it
right
tomorrow,
thing to say.
and I'll sing a song for you because of that. Right, I don't know whether I can remember this. Now, this is a song, but an Elvis song. Now, I don't normally sing Elvis. I love me tender, love me true, never let me go.
He's still
Oh,
alive.
my
isn't he?
darling, I love you. Yeah, he lives
No,
in
he's
Clapham.
left the building.
And I love you so. Yeah, I saw him the other day. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will.
Very lovely, but that's not the one he's singing
Love me
tonight.
tender, love me long. What is it, long? Never let me go. For my darling, I love you. And it rhymes with so. Something
Love you
and
so.
Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always This one. Who's it for?
This is for Janet Boffey. Janet, this is your birthday this week, and you asked for this one. And I said I wasn't sure that asking sort of at this point this morning that Jonathan would know it, but actually he does. And
Kind
so
of.
he'd heard the song, so he's been working on it today. So here is the first time Jonathan's singing Peace in the Valley for your birthday, Janet, on Wednesday. Have a lovely time.
Well, I'm tired and so weary, but I must go alone till the Lord comes and calls me away. Oh yes, while the morning's so bright and the lamp is alight, and the night is as black as the sea. Oh yes, there will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, oh no trouble I see. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. Well, the bird will be gentle, and the wolves will be tame, and the lion shall lie down with the lamb. Oh yes, and the peace from the wild shall be lived by a child, and I'll be changed from this creature, oh, that I am. For there will be peace in the valley for me. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There will be peace the valley for me. There will be peace in the valley for me. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There will be peace in the valley for me someday.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
it's a weird song, isn't it? It's a kind of it's like fifth. What is it? What would you call? Is he back? Are you back on screen yet?
I don't
No,
know.
not yet.
But
No, not yet.
it's an old Pentecostal evangelical.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
It feels like. Are we back on? It feels like a spiritual, doesn't it?
It does.
It
feels
does,
like a
spiritual,
of
that's the
some
word.
kind.
Yeah.
There'll be peace, because what always occurred to me with things like when the road is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. And when you had those kind of songs that were written in about 1840s, 1850s, in America, it all came from America. You had the settlers coming in from Scotland, Ireland, all over the world. Dutch people from Scandinavia were settling in America, and that it was hard. These were hard times, and you can die from so many things. From the common cold, you were dying. They lost children. Child mortality through the roof. There'd be a doctor, 100 miles away, and he couldn't do anything anyway. He might give you a bit of, I don't know, laudanum or something to cure herbs or whatever he had, but he didn't have much. And so actually they write these songs, and particularly in the slave trade, when they were writing, black people writing things like, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Or what's the one? The one that I carry me to from camp. The one I sang for my agent's husband's funeral.
Something river, isn't it? Deep River.
Deep, deep river, I want to cross over Jordan. Deep river, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. All of these songs steal away to Jesus.
They were
The reality. Sorry, go on.
They were songs, weren't they, for people because they had no hope in this life,
No.
apart from more pain and suffering.
And beatings
And
and
absolutely. So
rape and
actually,
murder
they
and-
would sing about the other what would be
The
awaiting
future.
for them in the future of eternity.
a Christian hope. Ironically, the slave traders would give them, would preach Jesus to them. So they had this faith. They came from Africa. And so these songs come from pain. So when Elvis sung them, he sung a lot of black music, a lot of gospels. Sorry, go on.
Gareth's busy on Wikipedia tonight.
Go on. Okay, let's have some Wikipedia.
So he's told us that it was written by, in 1939, written by Thomas Dorsey, originally for Mahalia Jackson,
Yes.
and it was copyrighted by Dorsey under the title, though it often appears informally as Peace in the River, it was, Peace in the Valley. There'll Be Peace in the Valley is what it was originally called.
Yes.
And he said it was among the first gospel recording to sell 1 million copies.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
So perhaps it should go on the next album, Mr. Veira.
It's people remember it though, don't they? They retain it.
Yes.
They
yeah.
retain the not all of it.
And what is it about? What is it
like
about that then?
Peace in the valley, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that's what it means to me. It's like so many sounds and sights and smells. They're evocative, aren't they?
Yeah.
And music is, well, it's worldwide, isn't it? It's universal.
But it's interesting that the songs of pain are what people remember. They do remember those songs. And so Janet asked for this one. I'm not interested why she asked for this
She
one.
obviously likes the song very much.
So, and actually, because what I love about this, listen, well, the bear will be gentle, and the wolves will be tame, and the lion shall lie down with the lamb, and the beasts from the wild shall be lit by a child. This is nice, isn't it? The kingdom of heaven is such as those. And I'll be changed from this creature that I am. There'll be
Yes.
peace in the valley.
I like that, changed from this creature
Yeah.
that I am.
Changed from glory into glory.
Out of strength came forth sweetness, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I kind of feel, that the theme of today is we are talking about the charity. Specifically, we've got you here to talk about that, but we're here to share our own feelings. We've had a lot of things that have gone on this week, actually, and yesterday was no exception. I just want to share this with you all because this piano I sit behind, and it's the reason there's something called a JV Live in the Steinway room is because somebody gave me that. Her name was Judy Graydon. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. And Judy Graydon gave me this piano, gave us this piano, and she had no idea what it would bring forth.
How special it would be.
How special it would be for us and for the people that have been listening over 4 years now, through my illness, through your own lockdowns, through all the terrible times that people have been through, and the times that they're continuing to go through. But we went to see her yesterday in Sevenoaks, where she lives, and I'd seen her recently, and she's 75, 76,
I think so.
severe dementia, and word salads, can't concentrate. There was a
Trying
woman who was-
desperately to communicate, but actually lots of words, but none of them that really meant very much. But she seems so young.
And we were showing her pictures, and she went, "My mother's piano," so she recognised the
recognised
piano.
this.
And she's trying to say that people have seen this, and I just wanted to, in some way, be thankful to her. I was very upset yesterday with the day, and it caused quite a bad night for me. I thought, how do we care for her? How do we add her? How do Sue and I do? That's not you lot, it's us.
But is it, Jonathan? Because she's given you the piano, and through this, you've given a blessing to so many people. Not you haven't. She has.
Yes, that's true.
It's not her. It's not you. This is the tool she gave you to give enjoyment to, I don't know how many thousands.
Yeah.
Every over the 140, how many programs? And it continues to. And it's that. How many times have we talked about little acts of kindness?
Yeah. Well,
This was an act of kindness.
I was focusing this week because we got our cafe church coming up next.
tell us about what that is, because not everybody knows what
No,
that is.
cafe church is something we started about 6-7 years ago, probably about 7 years ago, because we were looking at what church services are declining for all sorts of reasons, and I think so many people are quick to blame Sunday shopping and television and sport. It's not, a bit controversial. Probably it's declining. The church's desire not to change. I don't mean change radical. I mean embrace what people want, the newness of things. So we looked at a couple of options, and we looked at the one that really was declining, which was family services. And we know families in so many places don't exist as we understand them. So we came up with this cafe church, and we said, well, when Jesus had a crowd, he fed people. So we we said, what are we going to do? We don't want this, where do I stand, where do I sit down? So we did a bit of research.
Which is a real barrier for people, isn't it?
It is, but for some people it's important as well.
Yeah.
You know, it is. The whole process of it is very important. So not knocking it, but so we said, what are we going to do? So we came up with a very simple format of don't stand up, don't sit down. You're going to stay seated all the time. Well, you obviously got to stand up at some stage, I guess. And we have 3 songs, we have a welcome, then we have a breakfast. We serve a breakfast. It's almost like the feeding of the 5,000. They didn't have to go and get the food, we served them. So we go and serve people with food, tea, coffee, croissant and cheese and bits and pieces. And then we have a Bible reading and a talk and everything. But over the years, it's grown. And I've grown, been blessed. We started off putting out, we had about 30 people first week, and which is normal sort of service standards. And it's grown to be 70, 80 plus every week now, every month.
Well, you said you got 90...
So last service, we had 94 people.
Unbelievable.
There, and we were just blown away. And it's interesting, the first week we put out enough tables for 35 people. This time we said we need to put out some more tables.
Yeah.
And
we need to get a bigger boat.
we need to get a bigger boat. But it's that, you know, most of our problems in the churches these days seem to be financial rather than focusing on growth.
Yes.
Turn it on its head.
Yes.
Sort of the maths work for themselves, don't
It's
they?
quite interesting. You are. I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to come back to part of the thing. You have a business head on you, and we'll talk about that for a bit.
Which is sometimes dangerous.
It's a
within the
dangerous
church.
thing in the church.
It is.
It is,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about that too. I'm going to sing a song. I'd like. Do you know what? One of the things that we try, and I'm thinking about simple pleasures. I think actually, I love this song because it actually just focuses on just a simple thing. What are we doing? It's just where we are, celebrating the right now, the little things that we love. Enjoy them. All right. This is a song by Bryn. I recorded this on the same album. Don't get much better than this. The simple pleasures we sometimes miss. Everybody could make their own list. It don't get much better than this. I remember when I was younger, nothing ever seemed to satisfy. Now I'm older and I'm wiser. All the years have opened up my eyes. Started out strong, then I lost my way. Took a wrong turn in the road. When I look back on the lessons I've learned, there's only one thing I know. It don't get much better than this. The simple pleasures we sometimes miss. To love and be loved is the greatest thing. It don't get much better than this. Here we go. Get weary on your journey. Life's troubles seem to drag you down. Complications and frustrations make you feel it's a waste of time. I believe we're just a passing through. I'm never gonna be here again. You've gotta make the most of every day and live your life while you can. Oh, don't get much better than this. The simple pleasures we sometimes miss. The comfort of a friend when we're feeling down. It don't get much better than this. Don't get much better than this. Everybody could make their own list. A good old amp and a nice guitar. It don't get much better than this. Obviously written by Bryn on that one. Come on, Ben, play that. Ben Castle saxophone. Featured in a lot of the albums that I did. Here we go. Well, you can keep your games and your fantasies. You never meant that much to me. To save the future, we must face the past. Try to make a good thing last. Don't get much better than this. Everybody could make their own list. May not be cool, but it sure feels right. It don't get much better here on earth. It don't get much better here on earth. It don't get much better than this. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that one. And one of the things about that, you see, I'll just concentrate on just a couple of lyrics. You get weary on your journey, and life's troubles seem to drag you down. I know I'm talking to quite a few people out there, okay? From the Isle of Wight, and you know who you are. I know what you feel. You get weary on your journey. And yesterday I came back, I was weary. I was weary of the troubles that I see. You know, nobody knows the troubles I see. Here we go. Nobody knows but Jesus. It's that. Yeah. And those troubles seem to drag you down, don't they? And you're trying to rise above, and each time you're thinking, oh, can I be bothered? I can't get out of bed today. I can't go and see people. I can't go to the cafe where I'd normally go and I'd meet people and pull myself up. And you get dragged down by another one that applies to somebody else out there. I was thinking about Carol. Is she on tonight?
She hasn't commented yet.
She hasn't commented.
But she might be on YouTube.
Yeah, the simple pleasure, the comfort of a friend when we're feeling down. Don't get much better than this. And actually, you could replace any of those things that the bit that you value. We talked about last week, didn't we? About gratitude, finding the thing. Today, this afternoon, I spent the afternoon cleaning. I
was grateful.
And mending.
Oh,
sorry, Sue. What was that? I didn't hear that, love. Do you want to just...
Well, I don't know.
Don't let me need super glue.
Adrian,
no,
listen.
Don't,
Shut up.
Please, no.
Right, listen.
No,
seriously.
No.
I got her out of a deep hole. Go on, tell it, Sue.
It wasn't mending as such.
Are you going to...
It was
change things now.
It was reconstructing. I had decided my tumble dryer was not drying very well, so I decided it needed sorting out, needed sort of the trap clearing and that kind of thing. So and I deconstructed it, but I couldn't push it back in again. So Jonathan got down on the floor, which in itself was a major job.
It was. Get down there.
And he reassembled it for me. So I was truly grateful.
Yeah, and I went,
very grateful. Very,
I said,
very grateful.
Yeah, all right, she says I'm very needy. Okay, she says I'm very needy, Adrian. She says I'm needy. I don't know what she means.
It was on the Monday morning. The gas
okay, cool. Don't start with that, because this house is like, it's like the Forth Bridge. Everything is just, where
Carol is in. Hello, Carol.
Oh, Carol.
She said, hello, JV.
Hello, Carol. Now, can I just say, I'm going to say right to you, absolutely at you at the camera. I have written to you a couple of times, and you have not written back. So I want you to write to me, privately. Just write and say how you're doing. That's it. All right? Because you need to. Because we're thinking of you, okay, kid? Thinking of you. Lots of people out there. Also, we think of people like Sylvia. She's still out there. I don't know if she's out there tonight.
She hasn't come on tonight.
No, okay.
But
right.
Lorraine Cooper
yes.
was saying that she had a problem. I think she had a bit of a stressful week this week. I think she said something about the cistern in the bathroom. Leaks all over the place.
Practical things.
Which is practical things, really.
That Michael would have sorted.
She said the plumber came to sort it out. And by the end of it, he was interested in finding out more about Christianity, because she'd obviously...
Lorraine just doesn't let him go. Nobody who walks in that house is going to come out unconverted.
And all because somebody gave you a piano.
Yeah. Yes. I can't take credit for that. No. I mean, when I had the piano delivered, I had it... She asked me... I had the piano delivered
There's a hole still in them.
The same guys that dropped it. Do you remember it was on the news? They dropped a Berzendorfer piano. £38,000 worth of piano, and they dropped it off, and it fell off. And somebody asked, who are you going to use? I said, I'm going to use them. They said, well, why? I said, because they're not going to drop another one. I bet you'd probably drop 2 in the whole of your career, right? And mine is not going to be the second. No. So I think actually, they came along and they told the story. was great. They got it in here. Nobody can work out how they got it in here. Obviously, the legs come off. That goes in sideways. But people go, how do they get... Do they kind of... Did you... No, they can't do any other way. It has to come off. Everything has to come off. Anyway, you were writing notes there. I saw... Did you like that song?
Yeah. What I was writing was about...
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow playing golf.
Playing golf tomorrow, yeah. All right.
No, I was writing about hearts and minds, actually.
Go on.
Because, going back to the songs you sang, the spiritualist songs, and it's about capturing hearts and minds, isn't it? And it's following on from the cafe church. And one thing, we've got a fantastic team who support us there, because initially it was, I'll get on with it. It's that success has many owners, doesn't it? Failure ended up mine.
Yes. That's so true, isn't it?
That describes you and I perfectly.
It does, actually.
It does, yeah.
It does. When it's going well,
but
they'll want to be part of you.
But now what's great about it is that so many people love it, look forward to it.
Yes.
And the whole thing, we got, the lady tonight, one of the ladies listening is Lee.
Hello, Lee.
Lee, she's up in Liverpool. Her mother's just died.
I'm
sorry,
love. I'm sorry, love.
And she's requested a song later on, which we'll come on to. But she bakes cakes and she's wonderful and comes along and just.
I've met her, haven't I?
You have,
yeah,
and she just does it.
Yeah.
And I think it's this hearts and minds of people. You talked about when I used to go into businesses and things.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, it was a strange introduction into this different part. I was brought up in retail and retail operations, department stores and all this stuff. And then I went into working for a company where when businesses have gone into liquidation, we were closing them down, not making people redundant, but just closing them down and selling the stock off. But what you've got to remember all the time, there's people affected every single time.
Yeah.
They've been told your job's finished. It's gone. It's going to go in 13 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So you go in these businesses and the people there are devastated. They don't want you there. They don't care for you. You're the enemy. But you actually have to say to them very quickly, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. We're here to make life as easy as we can. But the capturing the hearts and minds is be positive, because I've been in that situation of being made redundant.
You have yourself.
I know what it's like. I know how horrible it is. I've been in the situation of losing people. I know how horrible it is. But there is a way through, and that is something that, you've talked about this, I see you, seeing somebody, seeing them. And this capturing hearts and minds is something we probably underestimate so much. When a person comes into our whatever faith, whatever religion, whatever belief, unbelief, non-belief we have, we capture people's hearts and minds so that they come into our places.
Needs to be speaking into the microphone.
Yeah, sorry, is it not close enough?
Yeah.
So we'll move the walls in. Is that any better? Is that any
Go
better? But it is capturing the hearts and minds of people, and just showing a bit of care. It's not always possible,
No,
it's not.
No, it's not.
We're told we must love everybody. I have to say, sometimes I find that exceptionally challenging.
Yeah.
But we're working on that and saying, you've got to love everybody. It's actually showing that in an action rather than an emotion.
I think probably we're more, you and I, we're going to get onto this, of course, with YGAF. We're very hands-on people. Sue was reading something that your wife went to a course. And
the Enneagram thing.
The Enneagram. Was it that?
Enneagram.
Could you just explain to people who don't know what an Enneagram is?
It's one of these things about describing personality types and so on. And I was just perusing it this morning, thinking about which one I might be and which one Jonathan might be.
And it turns out that you and I are almost identical.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, and apparently one of the things is, the good side is it can lead to inspirational leadership and getting things done. On the bad side,
it's perspiration.
The person involved in this, man or woman, can lead people into war.
Oh
So,
yeah,
you know,
I know. I get that.
You
I get
understand?
that.
So we can inspire people towards it.
You and I can have an argument looking in the mirror, can't we?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, with ourselves,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can.
That's a very good way of putting it, Adrian.
It is very true. We can, it is this frustration that I want to get this done.
Yeah, and people are
Why
holding it
don't
up.
you?
And I think that is it, isn't it? And yet you need to have these people who bring in balance.
Yeah.
But one of the things is that you and I are activists. We get things. If I see a problem, I want to find the answer as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And so, particularly if it's a practical one, I can see that. I want to sing a song actually. The one that stands, "Take Me to the Alley." I think I'm just going to do this one because this song is for your wife and for you, and I think it's become a kind of credo, a way of understanding what I'm here to do for the rest of whatever time I've got left, which is to be there for people who are in some way down the alley.
Yeah.
They're not in the mainstream usually. They're people who feel, and that means people who've been left out of the mainstream, who may have been part of the mainstream, but they're now in the gutter.
Yeah.
And they've been washed away by indifference, or it's the way the world treats you, and sadly, it's the way often the church treats people, and it discarded.
Yeah, I mean, before we came on air, Sue and I were talking something very similar, is that, you know, we should weep about injustice.
Yeah.
We should fight for those that are marginalised. And we should fight for those that are just being marginalised because they just want to be different. And it's painful because you and I want to change the world. But actually, you and I have talked about we'll change our bit, and then someone else. I keep going back to the ladies giving you the piano, but she's changed one bit.
Yes.
Then we'll change something else, and it
Cogs in the machine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the mind picture, which I know you and I both love mind pictures, is just throwing that stone in the pond and watching the ripples go out, and the effect of it. You don't know how far the ripples go and who it actually affects.
No, and I
So
think that's it.
the song there is so appropriate.
Gregory Porter, if you want to go and hear it, beautiful version that he's done and recorded. Well, they gild their houses in preparation for the king, and they line the sidewalks with every sort of shiny thing. They will be surprised when they hear him say, "Take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Take to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon." they will be surprised when they hear him say, take me to the attic, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You will have a pardon. And I play that one especially for Martin Nordell. Okay, and Martin, it's good to just chat with you online like this, and well done on keeping going. It's tough.
He's having a tough week.
I know, it's a bad week, but you're here, which means it's a better week.
He sent me a message before he came, have a safe journey and love to you both.
Yes, and actually, and he's a very kind man.
He is.
So, that's it. It's so why do you like that song then?
It's just something that just sums up what we do, isn't it, really? And I think it was at Nicola's ordination, my wife Nicola, for those that don't know. She's all right. She's not a bad wife, you know, Jonathan.
She'll do.
She's wonderful.
She'll do.
She's wonderful.
I mean, she's got her faults. I mean, let's not deny it.
Oh dear, tell me about
Let
it.
me tell a few.
How long?
How many ways can I count them?
Not at all.
But she had an ordination to be a deacon last September, and it was this "Take Me to the Alleys" that was mentioned, and I guess it's become
It's about seeking out.
seeking
wasn't it?
out.
It's the seeking out.
Seeking
That's what
out.
struck me on that day.
Yeah.
It was that hit me, and I just went, "That's it."
Yeah,
And she was called specifically to do that. So that's why when vicars, it always interests me that they'll read that line, and they'll skip over all that, and they say, "Oh, what we're called to do is the communion and the sacrament, or as they are called in the Anglican Church. They're important. But what that calling is to seek out. Do you remember in Star Trek, it's to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. And I think that is exactly what Nicola and what you were doing in a tiny microcosm of the world in the Isle of Wight.
but being bold is lonely.
Oh, it is.
It can be very lonely.
Why?
Yeah, well, because people they're afraid of it, I think. They're afraid of seeking out because what I might have to do.
Yes.
Whereas what it might lead to. And I think, and also we're all different. We're all made differently. You know, everybody is made differently. Not everyone can be the problem solver. Not everyone can be the solutioneer. Some people do want to manage the problems and understand it. But, you know, I think, you know, within YGAF, the one thing we don't do in You've Got a Friend with the trustees is try and understand the problem, because it's there. What can we do about it? It's like, you know, my house is on fire. Well, what happened? No, call the fire brigade.
Yes.
It's too late. So it's working on that solution, but you have to be brave. You have to be very brave.
Yeah. It's just that bravery, isn't it? Don't you feel that, Sue, as well? That going against the tide, moving towards something like this, it's sacrificial, because we look at our week. And we look at our week, and it's Mondays is accounted for. You go, I go see my father and my mother on Mondays. That's it, generally. You've got funerals happening a lot, but you've got your mother. We've got children. You've got the grandchildren. So you've got to take those responsibilities seriously. But you also have. I mean, it's been rare. We've got work as well. I've got to work to pay for the ability to be able to do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, there is no doubt about that. But it is costly. Don't you find?
Yeah, it is costly, and you know, it would be easier if you didn't care and you just did your own thing. But actually, that's not what we're called to do, and we encourage one another amongst us to keep going, to keep just caring. But it's finding that balance, which is sometimes a problem. Didn't you find the that I played you this thing this morning by Bill Johnston, wasn't it, from Bethel? And a very controversial figure. Yes. But he came out and said something which was quite... Very nice point he made. Great point. Now, the point was around that he said, as you go higher up the sphere of influence, and I've seen this being within, first of all, the classical music world, and the more important you become, the less in touch with the people at the bottom end you become. You forget what it's like. And he said too often, he said, you get in within Christian sphere, you become, you're doing this ministry. So you become minister, and then you don't have time for the little guy. No. You don't have time. Who are lower down, he said, the social, and he said, this is wrong. He said, I've been, and I'm guilty now. He said, and I'll tell you, I have. He said, your heart hardens. There's a little layer. He said it becomes crusty. Crusty. He said your heart can become crusty in that you stop having the same compassion for people. And so compassion is a muscle. I think it's a muscle. It is. That you've got to keep using, and you use it or lose it. Yeah. Or you look at it and think, well, what can I do? All this need. And it's overwhelming. It is overwhelming.
Well, unkindness spreads quicker than kindness, doesn't it?
So true.
Yeah. It's like good news.
Yeah.
Bad news spreads a lot quicker than...
Well, I think actually, in which case, what we do is we sing that one, Just As I Am, without one plea. Okay. Are you playing this with the backing track? No, do it with the backing track, because I think it's a lovely version. Okay, you did say you weren't going to do it. Oh, no, that's it as well. That is as well. Don't want that one. Sorry. Don't want that one. Stop. That's for later. It's Just As I Am. Just As I Am, which we said you would do. You would play just yourself. So. She's just got to find it. She's in there. Well, this one is from Hymns Project. This is for Helen Poole. It was your birthday last week, Helen, and you asked for this one, Just As I Am. After this, without one plea. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Rach. Brilliant. Piano's out of tune with it for some reason. I'll just sing it from here. Just as I am, without one plea, but that your blood was shed for me, and that you bid me come to thee. Just as I am, and waiting not to rid my soul of one dark blot, to you whose blood can cleanse each spot, O Lamb of God, I come. And as we're drawing near to you, your constant love will guide us through. Your grace alone is all we need, O Lamb of God, I come. Just as I am, though tossed about with many a conflict, many a doubt, fighting fears and fears with it, O Lamb of God. Just as I am, poor wretched blind, sight riches healing of the mind. Yes, all I need in you to find, O Lamb of God, I come. And as we're drawing near to you. Your constant love will guide us through. Your grace alone is all we need. O Lamb of God, I come. Just as I am, you will receive, will welcome, pardon, cleanse, relieve, because your promise I believe. Just as I am, your love unknown has broken every barrier down. Now to be yours, yes, yours alone. O Lamb of God, I come. And as we're drawing near to you, your constant love will guide us through. Your grace alone is all we need. O Lamb of God, I come. And as we're drawing near to you, your constant love will guide us through. Your grace alone is all we need. O Lamb of God. O Lamb of God, I come. Beautiful. Written
Lovely,
with
lovely
Matthew.
track. Lovely track.
We sat in this room and he played the guitar, I played the keyboard, and we wrote that little tagline. But it's a beautiful song,
Beautiful
isn't it?
song.
I do. Do people enjoy that one?
They did. They loved the singing and they loved the tune.
Yes, what happened? Can I just say, just as I am, though tossed about, with many a conflict, many a doubt. On the track here, it's got fightings and fears within, without.
Yes.
No, that's not it. It goes, and many a conflict, many a doubt, fightings
And
within
fears.
and fears without. So I thought, what's that? Anyway, I just was fightings and fears within, without. Within, without sounds like a shot, doesn't it? Within, without. Just as we are, come as we are, guys. Don't try and dress it up. We come flawed and as we are. And talking of flawed, here he is.
Here he is.
Tell us a little bit about, you had an annual general meeting, and this is a thing that somebody asked for. Who was it? I can't remember. A person wrote and asked for a little bit so that people could know.
Well, when we started YGAF,
What's going on?
we said we would always be transparent. But I guess we had to build up a little bit of a history before we could start to be transparent. And we've never hidden anything. We've always told people what we do. But I guess this is the time, and you've invited us here tonight. And we've I suppose we'll just give people the background of where we are, what we did. So
Yeah, it's over to you. Man.
yeah, thank you. You're going out the room, are you, Jonathan? So You've Got a Friend Trust was established in September 22. And it followed part of the lockdown that we had when you started doing your Sunday evening shows, which you carried on.
Yeah.
And people were exceptionally generous to both you and Sue. It was the way you survived at the time. But you generously decided, you might, I'm sure you remember, to give away 25% of your money. But obviously that could have caused you both problems with the good old Inland Revenue and stuff. So we, through a meeting that we had, we came up with our purpose. And well, in fact, it was a meeting we had with you, Sue, me, and Nicola. We were in a pub having a meal, and said, "What do we do?" We got this wonderful idea. So we came up with this idea of let's have a trust of helping and establishing a firm footing. So we met and we came up with a purpose, and the purpose was to relief of those in need. I think it's up on the screen for everyone to see. So I won't read it all through, but for financial hardships, other disadvantages, but we can't solve debts. That's too big for us. So we came up with this trust, and then we said, that's almost, what do we do now? So through yourselves here, we created a trustees, myself, wonderful Deborah and Jonathan Stevens and Colin Matthews. And we're all different styles of people. We got a judge, we got an ex-canon there, and Deborah does all sorts of things. Yeah. But we've all got different skills. One is a little bit more cautious than others. Me, I'm let's just do it. Jonathan takes the legal side, let's be careful. And Deborah brings a lot of social understanding into us. But we needed a governance as well. So our governance is, why we're here tonight, is an AGM. We have regular contacts. Everything we do, we have a due diligence with, because we owe it to the community, we owe it to ourselves. We never want to be tripped up on anything. So the process that we have with every single application is filled with the right kind of due diligence. Not to stop people applying, but to make sure everyone is looked after correctly. We treat everyone with the same fairness all the time. All the trustees are involved in every decision we make. We did agree, as there's 4 of us, that if 3 agree and 1 doesn't, we'll go with the 3. That's sensible. And rightly so, both you and Sue are not involved in the decision-making process. However, a lot of the early applications came via you, where now it's become very well self-managing from the community, and something else which I'll tell you about in a moment. Our financial side is really the generosity of this community. We have just amazing donations that are given by this community. It would not exist if it wasn't for the humbling and incredible generosity. The greatest amount we've been given is £1. It's that. Somebody has given us a fantastic donation, which has stunned us all, and they know who they are, and we thank you incredibly. But it's the small donations as well that people are regularly giving, to the regular amounts, which is fantastic. We don't have any admin costs at all. Anything we do, we cover, but not from the trust.
So what about the BMW and the big trailer, like the guy from the Scottish National Party?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
just checking.
No, but to be assured, everybody, we do not have any, and every year it is managed very well. We don't have anything like that at all.
So you don't even, and I think that's just so that we're clear on this. You don't even charge for a stamp, do you? For if there's a stamp involved?
No, not at all. No,
you do it from your own.
100% that people give will go out. We don't have any admin costs at all. It's a commitment from us all that we don't.
I think we just need to thank you. Actually, I think actually online.
Well, all the trustees,
now, all of them. Yeah. That's what I mean. And I think we need some hearts, some messages of support. Just to clarify, because I think actually this is a major thing for you. It is part of your life now, and you give a lot of time to it. You, as the chairman, give more time than the others as well, I'm sure. But all of you take your own personal time to do this, and the people I know are people of integrity. That's why we chose them in the first place. Yeah. And I trust them with my life, all of them. And so it's we just want to thank you actually before you carry on, because I think it's a very special thing you're doing and you're changing people's lives.
I don't think we realised how special it would become, how humbling it becomes, and how important it is to everyone who's watching and listening tonight. It really is. But I know we're going to say thank you to everyone at the end, but we couldn't have done it without them. And I think the what's happened is that we've been able to give 78 grants to date. 78 grants, and which totals just over £18,000. Did we imagine
That's
that?
extraordinary.
Did we imagine that?
That's phenomenal.
And it's on the screen, but those that are great with maths, that's average of £232. And
That's amazing.
when we started, I can remember one of the trustees said, "What if we have to give £50?" Now, it's not about the money. It is about an arm round. When you got an average, you're going to have highs and you're going to have lowers as well.
Responses to?
So you are going to have those.
Any messages? Anything?
Oh, just people saying, well done, team. Thank you so much, Adrian, and all the trustees. Gareth said, it's wonderful that the YGAF trustees are so committed. It's really important and so special to hear about. Bless you all.
Yeah, well, I think as well, it's worth people knowing, and I believe it's on the screen, that the things that we have, I was trying to sum up in a way. So we've done auto care, where somebody needs some help on a car, clothing, cots and a mattress for someone, which was just, oh wow, that was moving. Electrical items, food vouchers, furnishings and household. And we've given a number of love gifts, and we've given some support, and we're not going to say what that's about. It's just very personal people have. And I love that we were able to repair somebody's mobility scooter.
Yeah.
But we repaired the mobility scooter. They could then get to the food bank and help somebody else.
Yes.
It's a lady with the piano
I remember
again.
that so well.
Yeah.
And a taxi's helped to pay for a taxi so someone could get care at a hospital. And it's just understanding all those things. And you were talking about your week that you've had, and how do I carry on doing this? There is a need we all have to decompress at times, and my wife Nicola and I were talking about that in the week. We all need to be able to do that. Helping people is fantastic. But it takes a strain. And I'm not saying we don't want to do it. I'm actually saying we want to carry on doing this because we got loving people around us. Don't everybody forget that there's a cost, and you must talk to other people when you've done something confidentially and have a way of decompressing.
I think that's a very good point, and I think it's a point that we all, those of us who care for people, and those, if I ever react, I was saying this morning, there are various people that I've reacted harshly with, or just a bit too curt, a bit too, and I felt bad about that. But what happens is that one has an overload, and then you think, oh, God, I'm sorry, I've reacted badly to that, and I think for those of you who are being cared for at any one particular time, it is a draining thing to care for people, to get it right, because you're treading carefully with people's own emotions, their journey, which is all very different, isn't it? Is this what you found with dealing with people? It
is, and I'm looking up on I look on the screen that Sue's got here. It says what people have said to us and to the community. I just want to say a big thank you for the food vouchers. I appreciate it. Thank you much for the grant. It will help somebody. Relieving them of the repayments. Thank you so much for the Amazon vouchers. I'm so grateful. And I love these. I can now cook. I can eat. And this really helps. It is this, I've forgotten what your question was now. How?
Well, it's about, you can get weary with it. That's what.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sue, go on.
Victoria Moyes has just shared, I helped one of the members of our local men's shed who I met through them hiring our church apply for a grant for a fridge freezer back in 2022. I saw him for the first time in ages the other week, and he remembered me and the help that he got from YGAF. So I don't think we can underestimate the power of kindness.
Yeah.
Because people don't expect it.
No, they don't. No,
and it's doing it not expecting anything back. But what we do get back is just amazing. that I've made a difference. I love the word. I've gone mad. I've made a difference. Really have tried to help here, and I go back to what I said at the beginning. We couldn't have done this without the lockdown. We all complained, but we couldn't have done this without the lockdown because of what you started here. Both you and Sue. I know you said thank you.
Again, Judy.
But the community said, yeah, we'll support this. We'll do something about it. I mean, we've also doing a trial at the moment with Guildford Food Bank. I have to say, I thought Guildford, why they haven't got any problems, have they?
It's hard to be poor in Guildford.
Really is.
Hard to be poor in Guildford.
It's very much different.
Yeah.
And we've done a trial through the Guildford Food Bank where we just gave our name and our details and said, well, contact us. And we've had 7 applications, of which we've given 5 grants to.
Goodness.
And there's one we're dealing at the moment, which I can't say, but it's incredible. The lady starts with, I don't know how I got myself in this position. I've done everything right. I've done everything right. I've done nothing wrong. I don't know how I've got myself in this position. It's just gone wrong. And we can't change the world, but I think the YGAF and putting your arm around somebody, looking them in the eyes and saying, are you okay? And then asking them the same question again. Are you really okay?
Being willing to ask and to hear.
Being able to hear, yeah. Because we're very good, aren't we, at the church? And we do the piece. I'll do the piece, but I'm not going to look you in the eyes. I'm going to move away as quick as I can to somebody else. The most stressful part of everything we do. And on that, we'd like to, and we would approach people on this. We've got some ideas of asking for some YGAF ambassadors around the country.
That's a great idea.
In similar areas. We don't want people to write in and say, yes, I'll be one of those. We think we'd rather approach.
Okay.
We've got an idea of a few people. So, and the idea is that you just alert us to something going on. And there's a few people that have given us a few contacts in the past. Have been able to say, yeah, in my area, I know this. And there's a few people we can think of. We want them a regional location. And we want them to support as a filter process and understand our process as well, because it's not complicated, but we do need a process. We can't just have someone say, oh, I know 25 people. It won't work. It doesn't work that way. So we're doing that over the next coming months. So if your phone rings and it's an unknown number, please answer it. It'll be me.
You heard that hit first here. Okay?
Selling insurance.
If your phone rings, answer it. It might be Adrian. Think of that.
And of course, can anyone apply? The answer is yes, because need and loneliness never has a holiday. It never goes away.
That's a lovely little one of your little catchphrases.
It is, yeah, and it can be for yourself or for someone else. Contact us via email. I think
it's up on the screen.
It's up on the screen.
It's all on the screen.
But also, again, as you say every week, contact you or Sue.
You can come through us whenever you want to. And I think actually, what's the time?
There's 2 more slides.
And we value every donation.
Right,
we value everything, either regular donations or one-offs. And the next slide definitely says, if you cannot give, do not give. No one is forced to give. We value every donation, small and large, and we want to make sure everyone is valued. But nobody, please, nobody must feel they've got to give.
Absolutely not.
What they can give us is love. They can give us support. And if people pray, they can pray that we make the right, wise decisions every time.
And it's very, very important, this. We're not... This does not exist as a guilt trip into giving.
Not at all.
That is not what we do. And it's not what we do here, not what we've ever done. You give if you can give, and if you can't give, you can't give.
And I think there's some thank yous on the screen there that says, thanks to everybody. everyone who's applied on behalf of somebody else, every donation, the trustees, and thank you for the love, prayers and support. Please keep it coming. We love you and thank you very, very much, really. I'll look into the camera over there and say thank you.
There's a song, I don't know. Once I stood in the night with my head bowed low, and the darkness was black as the sea, and my heart felt alone, and I cried, oh Lord, don't hide your face from me. Hold my hand all the way, every hour, every day, from here to the great unknown. Take my hand, let me stand where no one stands alone. Like a king, I may live in a palace so tall, with great riches to call my own. But I don't know a thing in this whole wide world than worse than being alone. Hold my hand all the way, every hour, every day, from here to the great unknown. Take my hand and let me stand. Oh, let me stand when no one stands alone. Hold my hand all the way, every hour, every day, from here to the great unknown. Take my hand, understand when no one stands alone. One of the lines there. But I don't know a thing in this whole wide world that's worse than being alone. It killed me. And I have to tell you a personal testimony about this, because those of you who are feeling that actually you're on your own, that this YGAF exists to say, put an arm around you, and we exist to say, we put an arm around you so you're not alone in this. It's personal to me because I had to give up eventually because I was ill, the opera career, and it spent all those years, 35 years going around the world, and I became, broken. I was broken by the loneliness. I hated it. Eventually I would cry as I left the car. I left this house just out there. The taxi would pick me up at 5:30 in the morning to get to the next country to spend another 8 to 10 weeks away. And it broke me. And so being alone, sitting in a hotel room at for the next 8 weeks, and I'd have the calendar up, and I'd cross the day off as I woke up, and that was another day I didn't have to be here. And that was a career. That was a career. So being alone, I know, and it's such a dark, you can have a dark place. And if you are on your feeling alone, then please just drop me a line, all right? Just drop me a line, or Sue. And if you need help, because we talk about poverty often, poverty and loneliness, we were talking about this earlier, they are strange and awkward bedfellows.
They are bedfellows, aren't they?
They are. And you find this time and time again, don't you?
Yeah.
In the Isle of Wight, and in your job here.
Yeah, I think it's that. For those that know this, there's a Bible passage. I think it's from Matthew, where it says, "When I was in a prison, you came and visited me," and I used to really not understand that. I thought, I don't know anyone in prison. And then I realised there are so many people in a dark place, in their own prison, and it can happen at a flick of a switch for any of us. Yeah. Yeah. I've been there. I know it can. You and I have shared this, and I know you've been there, and it can happen in an instant.
Yeah.
And you don't see it coming.
No, you do not. And you think you're strong enough. You think it's going to be fine. Everything's
well,
going to be fine.
we talked about this in the week, didn't we? This three-legged stool. If my health is good, I'm okay. If my work is good, I'm okay. If my family life is good, I'm okay. You take one of those away, and the other two sort of, I can just about manage. Yeah. You take two of those away, the stool will fall over. Yeah. And we can't prop everyone up, but often it's not financial. I know we've talked about YGAF being financial, but it's not. It is saying, I'll try and help you. That the adage of I'll try and stand in the gap for you. I'll just be there. We recently talking about what is a friend, and we said friend is someone who's going to knock at your door at 3:00 in the morning, and you say, all right, well, I need help. What do you want? Not, how have you got yourself in this terrible problem?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now, everyone out there is a friend.
Yeah.
Everyone is a friend that we can do that to. And, I know people who are listening, who are watching, do that without now thinking, what's in it for me? And the world at the moment is, what's in it for me?
It's going against, and I think this is what we are trying to stand for in this room, and with us three, and with Nicola, and with the team on the trust, and with the extended family, with you,
in the community,
Gareth. What we're going to be doing when we have the away day, we're going to be using members from the community to do the away day. That's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be getting them to do what they want to do, their own passions, and sharing what is on their heart.
Well, I know within. I know in Ventnor we've got this incredible community, but I know there's communities everywhere that dear Tony McCarthy, who's just moved on and left.
I wrote to him the other day.
Established the Wellbeing Cafes, and we've done our Thursday warm space lunches, which has been fantastic. But it's moved in. I initially thought, this would be good. Let's feed people. I realised it's not that. It's about social. It's about a place that people feel safe and they can come to. And I guess the JV community is a place of safety. I feel I can come to. And I can talk without feeling I'm going to be told I'm a stupid.
Yeah.
I've got a problem. You're stupid. You shouldn't have got in that. No, I see it all the time. How can we help? Not I help. How can we help?
I think that's we've got. We're nearly at the end.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
No, I know the time goes so quickly. Are there? Can I just put out there any questions right now? I'm going to ask you if there are any questions you'd like to ask. Write them in right now. Sue's on the phone. She's going to be checking it now. So if you want to, I'm going to sing a song, and when I come back, I'll sing probably a couple of songs, and then just ask a few questions. We may just go on a little bit over tonight because it's such a special evening. But can we have, please, somebody asked for this, I think John, it's not seasonal, but Thorns in the Straw. And then I'm going to do I Stand Amazed. Can we go to both of those? And then Sue, you can do notices. We've got... You don't want to do the notices? Well, I want to talk about the away day and things like that, okay? If we can. But we can just tell people when the next, I think if we do any notices, when the next gigs, Steinway rooms are and where they can find us. So I would like those two in the notices if we can. So can I do, let's have Thorns in the Straw. This is many people's favourite. This is my only number one in the charts. It's nice to have something as number one. Beautiful by Graham and Kendrick. Since the day the angel came, it seemed that everything had changed. The only certain thing was a child that moved within, on the road that would not end, winding down to Bethlehem. So far away from home, just a blanket on the floor of a vacant cattle store, and there the child was born. She laid him in her arms, and as she laid him down to sleep, she wondered, will it always be so bitter yet so sweet? And did she see there in the straw by his head a thorn? And did she smell her in the air on that starry night? And the words of ancient seers tumble down the centuries. A virgin shall conceive, God with us, Prince of Peace. Out of sorrow's strangest name, O Joseph, there it comes again. So bitter yet so sweet. And did she see there in the straw by his head a thorn? And did she smell her in the air on that starry night? As you watched him through the years, her joy was mingled with her tears, and she'd feel it all again, the glory and the shame. And when the miracles began, she wondered, who is this man? And where will this on earth? Till against the darkening sky, the son she loved was lifted high, and with his dying breath she heard him say, Father, forgive, and to the criminal beside, to stay with me in paradise. So bitter yet so sweet. And did she see her in the straw by his head a thorn? And did she smell her in the air on that starry night? And did she hear not so far away, till at last sorrow's blood red in the morning sky.
This one is for several people. It's for Tim. Sadly, Lou and Peter lost him very suddenly, for her brother. But also, this is for Linda Clow. Clow? Yes? Clow. Which is Adrian's sister, and in memory of his dear sister Debbie, who died a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and it was one of her favourites.
I stand amazed in the presence of Jesus the Nazarene. Wonder how he could love me, a sinner condemned unclean. Singing, how marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. Not my will, but thine. He had no tears for his own grief, but sweat drops of blood for mine. How marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. He took my sins and my sorrows, made them his very own. He bore the burden to Calvary and suffered and died alone. Singing, how marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. With the ransomed in glory, his face at last shall see, 'twill be my joy through the ages to sing of his love, to sing of of his love for me, singing, how marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me.
Oh, beautifully sung, JV. Beautifully sung. So I'm sorry I sort of rather squished things in there.
Can I just say before we do that, just a big send out to Penny Webble. She asked for
She did.
for it as well,
for her
but
choir.
we don't have the choir. The choir that's going up to the Royal Albert Hall to sing at the proms thing, and 11 of them have got COVID. So far, she's not sure whether it's going to be something that she's going to be doing. I think I told her actually they should be over it by then, and they'll be fine.
We will pray so.
We pray, but people pray out there for people, for Penny, and also for Erica Clegg. That is also for Erica and David.
Yes.
I think of David when he was conducting that in the
Yes,
John
that was
Bounds
lovely.
living room.
Yes, that was
and
very special.
bless him. So Erica and David Clegg, we think of you especially right now, David and Erica.
We do. So Rachel's put up the various things on here. This is the list of the concerts that we've got booked for between now and the autumn. So if you want to know anything more about those, then you go on to the website to see what those need to be. So we won't hang around on that for too long. We'll move on. And as I said, if you want to know anything more, then you need to go onto the website. That would tell you everything you need to know about the shows and what time they are and how much the tickets cost and how to get the tickets. If you have a question for me, I'm sue@jonathanveira.com. Any question about perhaps putting on a show or a little bit more about a show,
Love
anything
to do
like
that.
that, just let me know. And also the shop is in the website as well. Where are we going now? The Steinway room, yes. We know that we've got one in May on the 12th. That's the only one we can do in May, when we've got Chris and Denise Arthey in with us again, which will be very interesting and very challenging, I'm sure. But there will be others, I'm hoping, in June as well. So we just need to sit down with the diary and work out when they will be. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to YouTube, because we need to have your presence on YouTube. And
If you're
what can I
new
say?
tonight,
Yes, please sign on
just
to
sign on
YouTube,
right
because
now. Just go to
it
YouTube.
makes a big difference to us.
How do you do it,
been
Sue?
you click on subscribe. You find Jonathan Veira, the little JV in a circle, Jonathan Veira channel, and you click on subscribe, and you'll have to put an email address, that kind
costs
of
you
thing.
nothing,
Cost you not a penny, but it means a lot to us and to
you
what
get
we do.
notified.
And you will get notified when we do some videos. Those of you who haven't already registered your interest with the Community Away Day Southern version, it's going to be Wednesday the 20th of November. Places are first come, first served. Registration has opened. Lots of people have already signed up as saying they're interested. So please sign on there. You'll be able to see how much it's going to cost and so on. So if you go on to, I'm just trying to look for it here, either scan this QR code or go to jvlive.uk/JV Retreat. But that is also on the online community, so make sure that you have a look at that. If you haven't already joined the community, please do so. We've said that it's a wonderful, safe place for people. You can share your thoughts, share your fears. There is always someone up. There is always someone ready to listen. So please just come on to that. Easy to do. Just sign up. Make
Not
sure
me,
you
'cause
answer
I
the
say I'm
questions.
never awake.
We are not going to talk about why gaff we usually do at this point, because we have already talked about it at
Just
some
ask
detail.
if you want it.
So yes, indeed. There were a few questions that came in. You
go on.
asked me to look out for them.
Yeah.
Who is the person in whose name we donate? That is Jonathan Stevens. So he's one of the trustees. He's not pocketing a penny of the money. It is a separate bank account that he has set up.
Yes.
Go for it. Hang on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Put you on
Okay.
screen.
Now.
Very, very quickly. The reason why is trying to get a charity bank account is almost impossible. Yeah. There was a huge cost involved. We didn't want to do that because it would have had to have come out of somewhere. And Jonathan has a separate bank account. He was trying to get the name changed into YGAF. You can't with all the banks. It's so complicated. Be assured, folks, it is... Well, you're dealing with a very high court judge there. He wouldn't. He wouldn't do anything. He's
integrity personified.
Cut him open. There's integrity all the way through. Anyway, that's the reason why. Okay. So sorry about that, everybody.
No, that's fine.
But it's the reason why.
Yeah. And I suspect that you've already answered the other ones, which was one was about gift aid. The other one was about can you sort of link it to some kind of easy fundraising site or something so that people can donate as they're spending their money on a shop or something. I presume that is all because it's a trust as opposed to a charity.
And also getting gift aid, you've got to have a charity account. Getting a charity account, you've got to have inland revenue. It's all very complicated. We would love. I tried personally for 2 months to get a bank account. The other trustees have tried as well at getting a charity bank account rather, and therefore getting gift aid. It's one of those things where we go, okay, it's more important to focus on the important bit. Yeah. So
we're not a multi-million pound charity.
Maybe we might have to one day, but at the moment, no. It's more
complicated.
And the danger of getting too big.
Yeah,
it's it's what you talked. Sorry, Sue. I know we got it with times against us, but the higher up a ladder you go through the clouds, you can't see the ground.
No.
So that's.
No, you start hiring people.
Yeah, we're not going to do it. We want to stay small. We want to retain small.
So I think actually, and so small, it means that if you've got £50,000 you want to give us, that's a problem. That's not what we.
No, we don't want that.
We deal in small donations. And
multiples, as you say.
Multiples. You can give a 4-figure, 5-figure sum, but preferably a 4-figure.
We don't.
You can't do it. You can't cope with it. So we're the donations as they've come have been brilliant, and you just keep them rolling.
We're terribly grateful.
And we are so thank you.
As you can hear from tonight. These people have got integrity, they've got honesty, and they are doing their very best to meet the need that is out there. So please be thinking about people that have a need. If you have a need, please just write in on that address and you can start the ball rolling, as it were.
Can I just finish by saying that actually, I think Dan has gone to bed, but we were doing...
Dan has gone to bed, but I've got a few people that I have wanted to mention this evening.
Go on.
So Dan Bellamy, our love goes out to you. Evelyn Brown, you've been stuck in the Royal Surrey for rather a long time now, I think. So we're thinking of you, and we hope that you're still listening, but if not, maybe you're listening to it on catch up. And the lovely Lawrence family. So this is Rachel and Claire and the family. They have the tech team. They have their grandmother's funeral on Tuesday. So we're thinking of you guys for Tuesday because we know that will be a hard day, but we will be with you in spirit, definitely.
Bless you. And I just want to say, yes, so thank you. We couldn't do all that matters. Sorry, Dan. We've run out of time. I'm sorry about that. And also how great thou art.
Yeah.
But the time has gone. I just want to say thank you for making the effort, getting on the ferry, having had such a busy day
Rushing
today.
off onto the ferry.
And I'm going to reward you tomorrow morning. You're staying overnight, and I'm going to give you a bacon sandwich. See what you've got to do. So I've got to play... Morning has broken like the first morning. I'm not going to sing it. Sue's worried that in the funeral I'm going to go, morning has broken like the first. Do you think that might be inappropriate?
I might lose work.
Yeah.
So how do you want me to sing it? Morning has broken. I just need to know how you want me to be. Or should I just shut up and just play it? Morning has broken like the first. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? Just don't be too good. You can't be too good. I've realised that.
Be true to yourself, Jonathan.
You don't have a microphone anyway, so.
Go peaceful in gentleness. We'll see you next time. It won't be next week. It'll be the week after.
Thank you, everybody.
In the gentle, through the violence of these days. And it'll be Chris and Denise Arthey. give freely, show tenderness in all your ways. Through darkness, do you want to sing, sir? In troubled times, sing it with me. Let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame. God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known by love. Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes. God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known by love. I'm going to be singing that with Paul on the 11th in Croydon at the, is it Emmanuel or no?
Yeah, I think is it Emmanuel? I can't remember now.
I think so. Some of you are coming along. Paul Field, I'll be joining him for a few songs there, and that'll be lovely to see you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and to give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you. And this week, give you his peace. Let's go for this night. And give you his peace. It's been fantastic having you in, mate. Thank you so much for making the effort.
Thanks for the invitation.
God bless you all. Sleep
bless
well.
you all.
Good
Have
night.
a good week.
See you on the
And we'll
11th or
see you-
12th.
See you
On
in
the
a couple
12th.
of weeks' time. Lots of love. Bye.